You guys, welcome back to another video. So, the CLK, we need to figure that thing out because it's still sitting over there. So the last time we left off, Jake was here, worked on it, but still having the same issue. Ever since, I haven't really picked up on looking at the car because I've been super busy and I've been out of town. So now I think I'm going to try and dive more deeply into it. I've been doing some research in the background. Today, I'm going to go ahead and drive it. I think, well, possibly it could be a voltage regulator. Okay, let's go check it out real quick. In this video today, I definitely want to actually go ahead and detail the CLK. It's been sitting here. I haven't even washed it since I got it. The inside is very dirty also. It's got a lot of cobwebs on the seats. You know, since this car has been sitting for a while now, it hasn't really gotten washed before it even got to me. So at this point, I definitely want to get it very cleaned and detailed on the inside and the outside as well. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to drive it first. I definitely want to check out the voltage and see what it is reading whenever the error happens. I want to see if it's actually spiking or going down, because if it's going up or down, then it's a voltage regulator thing on the alternator. I could swap that out and that could be the fix. Then I'll bring the car back and then we'll go ahead and detail this bad boy out. Check it out. Look at it, wheels. It's got like all sorts of cobwebs on them. You've got grass over there. And let's look at the front also. Yeah, look at that. Super dirty. The inside, I can show you guys here shortly. Let me grab the keys. Look, I cleared out the trunk. It's not too bad in here. Look at all this. This needs to be cleared out before it starts leaking in the car. What else? So that's for the outside. Obviously you can tell the wheels are super dirty. Like, this is like brake dust from, like, I want to say a year ago. Hopefully it comes off. All right, let's look at the interior. Right off the bat, look at that. Cobwebs. And they are all over the dash, the front dash. Can you see that over there? Oh, it's not picking it up. There's some on the back seats also. Let me see if I can zoom in. Man, it's not really picking it up. Interior wise, I mean, look at the inside. This is filthy dirty. Side of the doors also really dirty. Look at that. The seats are super dirty. You can tell the different colors on there. So the interior, definitely detail it out, make it really nice. Underneath of this, look at that. Typical. Yeah, this is all dirty. You can see the cobwebs on the infotainment system. Look at that, cobwebs. Man, yeah, this needs some super deep cleaning. The top of the roof is not too bad, honestly. It's pretty nice. And then, obviously, if you guys remember this, definitely that needs to be fixed. It's gonna be a hot day today. Hopefully, I can get this all completed before 12 o'clock when it's super hot. Right now, it's 9:30. I'm gonna drive it around. I have to go to the shop and pick up a few things beforehand, so fingers crossed. Let me show you guys how to get into the secret menu on here. So you do first position, and you want to be at the temperature, and then this button right here, double click it 3 times, and that's our hidden menu. So that's the menu I'm going to be watching out for while I'm driving, and then once I get the error code, I'll see what the voltage actually read when it happened. I'll give you guys a cold start here. So far, voltage is reading fantastic. 14.1 so far. 14.1. I'll keep checking it out, monitoring it, to let you guys know, because this is probably going to take about 20 minutes. Alright, I don't know if it's me, but I've never seen this before. It's just stuck at 13.8. time it's been fluctuating, but it's just stuck at 13.8. I don't know if that's normal. I don't think that's normal. It's supposed to be like fluctuating between 13.8 to 14 volts whenever you're driving. And I noticed when you come to a stop, yeah, it's around 13.8, 13.7, but it's just stuck at 13.8. I guess I'll keep monitoring. It's glitched over there, 13.8. What? Alright, I'll keep you guys posted. I'm on the highway right now. Look at that. It threw the errors, and it's still pinned at 13.8. So, yeah, it's a voltage thing. That's why we're getting the terminal and not enough voltage. Look, 13.8. So I don't understand if it's actually reading 13.8 or if it's reading below. Because what happened was, right when it threw the codes, it started adjusting again. It went 13.8, 13.9, 13.8. Oh look, now it's reading again. Yeah, it was just pinned at 13.8. So this is what I was talking about. It's supposed to be flickering it like that, but I guess it was pinned at 13.8 for a very long time, and then it just threw the code. So I'm thinking a voltage regulator thing.
These are the products I'm using for the interior. Nothing crazy at all. Just microfiber towel, and then I picked this up at Harbor Freight. I'm gonna start with the back seats, just clean everything out, and then move on to the actual dashes and panels with just these two. Check out the back seat. It's looking a lot better, a lot better. Underneath of this, there's a lot of coffee spilt on this part. A lot cleaner. Should have showed you guys before, but I'll show you guys worse. Because the back seat is not too bad at all, but it looks a lot better. Oh, and the console, that's gonna be the best part. I gotta show you guys how good this thing is, because it's pretty good. So you see all these dirty, crusty, spilt drinks over here? I want to show you how good this interior cleaner does. I'm gonna spray a little bit on here. Check it out. It goes away pretty quick. Look at that. Look how dirty that is. Just 1 or 2 wipes. Almost gone. And this, I might have to press a little bit harder. Wow, you can see the difference. But it does pretty good. I gotta give it a little bit more spray on it. All right, I'm gonna spray this thing real good, and I'll show you guys the after. Look at how that turned out. It's not perfect, but it's a lot better. This, I still have to do a little bit more. Look how bad the steering wheel is.
It might be wear, but
yeah.
it's definitely dirty.
Well, we'll see how this thing does. Monica's here to help me out. So she's gonna do the dashes on the passenger side while I tackle the middle portion and the driver's side. Let's see how this thing actually does. Holy smokes. Look at that. That's pretty impressive for this spray bottle. Dang. All right, I'll show you guys the after. Look at that. That looks satisfying. Holy smokes. I mean, it's not gonna be perfect, but at least it's coming off.
It was like dark coffee stain when I started.
Look at this. Oh yeah, that looks 10 times better. Guys, interior is finally done. I want to show you guys real quick. That is pretty dirty.
The carpets. That's just actually, this is under the floor mats carpet. We pressure wash the floor mats.
That's right. I haven't showed you guys the floor mats, but they look pretty good. Where are they? I mean, it's not the best. With these colors, you can do your best. That's lovely, isn't it? Hey, the wheels are turned out real nice though.
Yeah, they are. better already?
Oh yeah. I forgot about the engine bay. This is definitely gonna need cleaned also. Look at how bad it is over here. So I usually like to have a clean engine bay. We're definitely gonna clean this out real good. Look at that. Even the seals over there. I had to come out and show you guys how the car looks like. It turned out amazing. Check it out. Look at that. So clean. Wheels, honestly, I did my best. The inside, obviously, is still brake dust. The part that I'm most satisfied with is the interior. The interior looks amazing. Man, those black wheels on camera, you can't really tell what wheels are on there. But the interior, check it out. Wow. Look how clean it is. It felt good actually sitting in here and driving. Super, super clean. Oh yeah, look at that. That's a lot better. Maybe if I roll the windows down. Let me roll the windows down real quick. That should look a ton better. These tints are making it dark in here. Look at the back. Super nice. Back turned out really nice also. Man, I gotta say, the trunk in between here, you guys take care of that because it was clogged. And when it gets clogged, it starts to leak into the car whenever it rains. It looks a lot better. A ton better. Rear wheels turned out really nice. I kind of like these wheels. They're not too bad, honestly. They're decent wheels. But inside looks phenomenal. Look at that. I'll show you guys the engine bay real quick. No more stains on the carpet. Honestly, I'm not gonna use the stock carpet because when you use them, they leave some sort of black, what do you call it? I don't know what you would call it, but it's hard to get them off of the carpet. All right, let's see the engine bay. So much better. So much better. Makes me even feel good about working on the car. Honestly, I didn't even dress it at all with any shine. I just kind of rinsed soap and rinsed it off, and it turned out like this. All right, so going back to previous videos, when I first posted, a lot of you commented on what I could really do with this car to try and get it working. So I looked into all that. You guys did mention a few things like the brake light. This is the 7-speed, so it doesn't really have the brake light on it. I looked at fuses, everything. There are a couple of things you guys mentioned, I can't remember, but I looked through all that and still doesn't fix the issue. So this could be voltage regulator. I haven't yet swapped it out yet, so I need to get a new voltage regulator and slap it on there and see if that fixes it. Honestly, I don't know. I kind of want to look a little bit into it more to see if I should just go ahead and get the voltage regulator and replace it. By the time this video posts, maybe I might be a little bit ahead, but we'll see. Shoot. It's a 7-speed, and usually the 5-speed having this issues. It's the conductor plate. Usually conductor plate is known for throwing these kind of codes for the 7-speed. I'm not too sure if it throws these kind of codes or if it just throws like a check engine light for the transmission, or if it gets stuck in limp mode. Mine doesn't get stuck in limp mode. It just, steering is a little bit stiffer and it throws the ABS, and it actually shifts through all the gears. So it's not really in limp mode, but partially, I would say partially, because of the steering. Other than that, I mean, 7-speed, I don't know, you guys, let me know.